You're listening to the PT Pintcast, where smart people in healthcare come to make noise. Here's your host, Jimmy McKay.
All right, thanks, voice guy. Welcome to the live stream here at CSM in Anaheim. There we go. She's a doctor of physical therapy, spine specialist, educator, private practice owner focused on helping people move better and stay strong for life. She's passionate about shifting physical therapy from reactive rehab to proactive performance and prevention. Welcome, Tatiana, to the live stream. Say hi to everybody. We're in your home state.
California.
You're a California person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for having us. It's very nice. I'm from upstate New York, so there's about 2 feet of snow at my house, and I'm not that excited about here. You have no snow here. You got Mickey Mouse across the street. Pretty excited about that.
Can you believe it?
It's a pitching. Mickey Mouse lives a pitching wedge away. In the intro, you talked about shifting physical therapy from more reactive to proactive care. I could ask 100 PTs here the same question, and it would all be a different answer. To you, what does that mean? Shifting from reactive to proactive?
Yeah, I think we are, as a PT, as a profession, in a unique position specifically for that. And what we can do is, number one, we probably have to shift how people think about the care.
Yeah.
I think it starts from what do people look at the care. They start to treat something when it hurts. So my finger hurts, I go and I fix it. And I think PT here can do a little bit more better because we can screen before. We can focus on the functions, we can focus on the outcomes, and we can really optimize the movement, analyze the movement, and then that's going to ultimately lead us to a little bit more proactive care. So let's treat before it starts to hurt or before our pain becomes the diagnosis.
Further upstream and lean into that a little bit. Why then, in your view, do so many people go to a physician first and maybe don't think of coming to us first with a musculoskeletal issue? Why do we get?
I think it's a pattern. I think like when you have a pain, when I have a back pain, what I do, I go take my pill, B, I call my physician, and then I stay in line for 3 weeks to wait until I'm going to get in. But the caveat to this, that for 3 weeks, I may get better. But our research shows that if I get the pain, then I most likely, especially the back pain, I most likely can get it again. So people just don't know about where we are and that we can help. They don't know that they have to come to us and that we can help them. They're not sure probably that we are great for having it as a resource, as a direct access. So I think we can probably focus on the education. We're doing a great, fantastic thing in unveiling research and providing evidence-based practice about the PT. But I think with all the shifts about like how we're going to name like graduate or postgraduate, I think we can do a little bit more better and work on the public awareness. That's probably people have a little bit more chance and opportunity to have a better outcomes if they come to us through direct access.
All right, bring it in a little bit. I want to make sure you're running away from it. You're a practice owner.
Yeah.
So this hits you. If your next meal is dependent upon you doing something poorly or better, you get better faster.
Correct.
So how do you go about this in your own practice? How do you go better? How do you communicate? And what have you seen work well?
I think it's all come about develop the rapport with my clients or with my patients. Because it's not only, if I'm going to just talk about what I do, it's not going to work for the patients or the clients, right, who comes to my studio, who comes to my practice. It's all about why. And you want to make sure that you let the people feel it immediately. So thinking about like exercises, this is what we primarily prescribe most of the time. But what do we usually do? We do 3 sets of 10 instead of thinking about exercises as a pill, right? Thinking about like how I can find the least number of repetitions that's going to be very effective. So instead of telling you 100,000 words about like why you should pay me for my services, maybe I can be a little bit more specific with identifying the problem, make it faster, and then prescribing something that I'm not only telling you about it, also helping you in the moment.
Yeah.
So that's ultimately helped me to shift the mindset and then open the window, as I said, like develop the rapport with my patients. And then after that, I can explore a little bit more about education.
Yeah. You brought up an idea, and these two terms sound like they're the same, but they're not. And the difference is between storytelling and telling stories. You had said, well, we don't just tell someone to do something, give them 3 cents. And that's telling stories. Storytelling is maybe you making sure people understand what working with you for 2 or 3 weeks would look like. You're showing them a future. Storytelling is showing them a future version of what could be. Telling stories is, I'm going to give you this program, and we're going to do this on day 1 and day 2. And that doesn't land. That doesn't change behavior. That doesn't gain someone's or earn someone's attention.
Correct.
Yeah. What have you seen? How long have you had practice?
I've been having the practice for about 10 years. I've been shifting from Pilates and then incorporating right now physical therapy. So that taught me a lot how to deal with people. And then now bringing its value with the physical therapy, I really see the gap in understanding when to come to me as a specialist versus like I'm going to go to the doctor, or no. I need to order my imaging first, and the imaging will tell me why I have it.
Yeah. What was your career or life like before becoming a physical therapist? What was your background?
Well, I came from Pilates world.
There it is.
That's my ocean. That's where I'm.
I mean, it shouldn't be mandatory. I don't want to put up gates, but like that's customer service.
Correct.
I mean, it's a service, right? You're building an experience. You're building a community if you do it well. I've got a really close fan of the show, Megan Brown, Pilates studio in Virginia, and she understanding what business you're actually in. You're in a Pilates studio. You're in the community building business. How you're doing that is Pilates, but what you're doing, the deeper things, community, empowering people. People might show up for a Pilates class. They come back again and again and again for a community and an outcome, and they feel like they can get it there. And I think that's a powerful background to have. That must be really important for you.
It is important, and I think that gives me a little bit more understanding, like what can we do in terms of Pilates or strengthening, like how we as a PT maybe can influence these other different fields, and maybe share the not outcomes but expertise. Because if I'm a Pilates trainer and I train someone for back pain, I probably not going to know the details how to accommodate and make it more specific, my specific Pilates routine for the person who have a back pain with the leg pain, or just the back pain with movement coordination disorder. But I think it's becoming essential. And then if we can bring a little bit more value and education, so that's hopefully going to make transition for the patients a little bit easier. So then they're not only stuck with me as a PT, but then I know if I transition them to Pilates, I know that they're going to be safe and they're going to see the value. And that's probably going to make people a little bit more aligned with the home program.
Right. Sticky,
consistent.
Yeah. And that's what we're striving for.
Hopefully.
So give them an opportunity.
Yeah.
What have you experienced here at CSM that has you excited? Is there any talks or any things that you've seen that made you say, wow? Anything in particular?
Probably Dr. Powers.
Okay. What did Chris do?
Movement analysis. I think it's essential.
Yeah.
I think that's where we very well position. That's where we can strive. And that's where we can really bring it to preventative, right? Because we can see the movement compensatory patterns right before the problem occurs. And why not to do it?
Yeah.
Why not to do it a little bit more?
What are you excited to see in the profession-wide, not just at a conference, but in the profession? Where are the changes happening that make you optimistic?
That's a good question. Well, we're doing a great job at CSM, right? We're growing. We're really investing our time in the research. I truly hope that we can not only do it in between interdisciplinary profession.
Sure.
I think it's great for us to expand our capabilities and go to the multidisciplinary teams, such as like the surgeons, and build this collaboration. I think it's definitely opportunity to grow there. And as I said, work a little bit more with our population that we serve, right? So I'm come from the spine world, so I know that the people they either go to, as I said earlier, to a surgeon, or they go to a chiropractor. Here, so what I hope that
You want to be
we
an
can,
option. You want to be on the menu.
Yeah,
At least thought of first. And
I
not
want to be the
second.
prime.
Well, yeah, but right. But we've got to earn that. We've got to understand that we need that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So every episode we do something called the parting shot. What's the last mic drop moment or soapbox statement you'd want to leave with the audience? Is there anything that you want to make sure they remember as we wrap up?
Yeah. So prioritize the quality over quantity. Know where you're going and know where you're coming from, and don't forget to dream. Dream big.
You had that holstered. Bam.
Boom.
Tatiana, I appreciate your time here
My
at
pleasure.
CSM. Thanks for taking out some time here as we broadcast live from Anaheim. Thank you.